Distinguished Chairman, esteemed panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, I stand proudly to affirm the motion which states that the Rivers State government, our local government councils, and Rivers people are doing enough to mitigate climate change disaster. Before proceeding, let us acknowledge one important truth. Climate change disaster is not a problem peculiar to Rivers State alone. It's a problem affecting even the most technologically advanced nations in the world. Nations such as the United States of America, Canada, Japan, China, even Denmark still face floods, rising temperatures, despite the enormous resources. Therefore, the existence of climate change disaster in Rivers State does not automatically mean nothing meaningful is being done. As the Latin maxim says, abusis non tollit usum, meaning that abuse does not take away use. In other words, the persistence of challenges does not automatically mean cancel the value of the ones already being made. First, the Rivers State government has contributed massively to curb and control flooding and environmental degradation. Flooding is one of the greatest enemy and threats to Rivers State. In response, the Rivers State government has extended and constructed drainage system, built culverts and storm waterways, desilted canals and gutters. These show that these are not just mere theories. They are visible realities that can be seen across all the states. Furthermore, bridges and roads are now being constructed with an elevated structure, which helps to reduce climate change and flooding. Secondly, environmental sanitation culture that exists in the state. Environmental sanitation culture exists in the state is one of the strongest measures which shows that the people are doing enough. We have monthly environmental sanitation exercises, weekly sanitation activities among schools, churches, and other organized groups, and continuous removal of waste in the gutters. These efforts and measures have helped to remove indiscriminate waste disposal, open the culverts, and also help those who don't know what to do. The local government council also conduct seminars to the people about waste management and environmental sustainability. Greening culture and tree planting have been highly promoted. Tree planting culture in Rivers State have been highly promoted during the regimes of former Governor Dr. Peter Odili and former Governor Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi. These initiatives have been able to seep into our schools. Schools such as Stella Maris College, Port Harcourt, uphold their own environmental voice through greening culture and environmental clubs. The Lalato Sea Club, which exists in Stella Maris College, Port Harcourt, helps children and kids of young age to know that environmental sustainability is not only for governments but also for the students themselves. This proves that environmental and climate mitigation is not only governmental but generational and educational. The Port Harcourt government and Rivers State government are trying their best to mangrove restoration. Mangrove protects ocean communities from ocean surges, flooding, and erosion. These measures have been able to protect communities from ocean surges, which in turn help them to continue their activities. The high prep remediation project in Ogoni land helped the Ogoni people to know that they are not alone in the fight against climate change, that other governmental and non-governmental organizations are also there help fighting for them. The people themselves are adapting responsibly. The people are not just active and passive victims. Farmers now use flood-resistant varieties and adjust planting seasons. Fishermen now relocate activities to calmer and safer waters. Communities who live in flood-prone places now use elevated structure, construct their buildings and foundations with more elevated structure, which is useful to the opposition. The opposition may argue that floods, pollution, and climate change still exist, but I may ask, if crime still exists, the persistence of crime still exists, does it not cancel the value of government putting into security? Certainly not. The true measure is if deliberate, organized, and sustained practices are being made. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rivers State government, our local government councils, NGOs are doing enough to mitigate climate change disaster through mangrove restoration, high prep remediation, environmental sanitation, and community awareness. Therefore, I stand and proudly, confidently, and convincingly to support the motion which states that the Rivers State government, our local government councils, and Rivers people are doing enough to mitigate climate change disaster. Thank you. God bless Rivers State, and happy World Environment Day.
Thank you very much.